Hey everyone, it's Michelle. I am the Stamp Booker here on YouTube, and I am here today for Simple Story Saturday. Now, I thought I'd use this collection called What's Cookin', and I had never used it before, and I wanted to use it for photos of my son making his first batch of croissants. And I realized as I got into it that it's really geared towards Thanksgiving. There's a turkey here, gather, and kind of feminine, right? There's a lot of pink and floral, um, aprons, but he's wearing a red shirt and I really wanted to use it. So I made a video, process video, and my phone, it stopped recording. I was just kind of just letting it run. It stopped recording. And so at that point, I wasn't sure what I had and what I didn't have on video footage. And then somehow I couldn't watch it on my phone. It just wouldn't download from iCloud. So, you know what? I'm going to a scrapbook retreat this weekend, and I'll be there when this video goes live. And I just thought, okay, we're going to remake the video, but it's not going to be a true process video because I already have the layout made. But I just want to explain my process. So what I did is, here's another. You see how it has a lot of pinks. I pulled out the reds, the yellows, the browns, and the teal aqua. Okay, so I had this, and I'm following a sketch, and I don't have it in front of me, but I will include it at the beginning of the video, also at the end, and I'll try to do a picture-in-picture here. It is a Debbie Sanders sketch. Debbie is one of the owners of Scrapbook Generation. So I have quite a bit of this collection. I think I got all of it last year at the Scrapbook Expo, Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. You guys, there's so many good deals there. You can see I used a few pieces here. And then all I used on this layout, here's the layout. All I used was the 6x8 paper pad and these two strips, 12 by 12. This is a 1-inch strip, and this was a 1/2 inch, and I tucked it under. And I also used one of the cut apart sheets, and that's where I got this. And I'm using this What's Cooking as the title. So I just cut out, off so it's 6x8, right? Sorry, it's early in the morning. So I cut it in half, cut it to make it 4 inches. Here's one of the offcuts. And then I just cut it again at 3. So I still have this 4x6 card, right? Yes. And then I used my corner rounder to round the corners, and then I just started playing with embellishments. I did add some stitching up here at the top, and I have pretty neat stitching on the back because this is for thicknesses, but I use 2 strands and I catch the loop when I go through, and that makes it 4. If you'd like me to show you, leave a comment down below and I'll make a more detailed layout about that. I like to use my Stampin' Up piercing mat. I am not a Stampin' Up demonstrator anymore, but I think these are only $5. You can see where I've punched. And then I just use my tool. I think it's from Honeybee Stamps. I really like it. And so I flipped the sketch. The sketch actually has the paper strips on this side and the banners over here. But the way my son was looking, I just thought I would flip it. I took various embellishments. Some I put up on foam, some are chipboard, and I thought about another cluster here. I really wanted to use one of the scales. It just didn't fit here, and I really wanted to also use the mixer. So I thought about making a little cluster here, and I think it looks cute. But I also think that it's too many clusters. So I sat there with it on my page, walked away, came back, took it off my page, and I think that without it, it's fine. I think if I had to do this over, I would have moved this all up just a little bit because there's such a gap between here and here. But it's already made, right? Now, let's see. So this is how I kind of organize everything. Here's my more offcuts. I also considered this title. So really all I have left to do is to, well, besides putting all the stuff up, I thought I'd add some enamel dots. So I just need to find some that match. Let's see. I think some red would be nice. I have a lot to choose from in red. Let's go on yellow. Let's see. I don't have very many left here. I'm trying to use these up before I start using these new Ulta New. All right, just didn't work out. And then I can go with green. I think these might work. Yeah. So let me just go back to the red. Let's see. I think either one of those will work. All right, well, thank you for hanging out with me. And next month, I promise I will have a true process video. Be sure and check out everybody down below who's also participating in Simple Stories Saturday. And thank you to Joanne Bartell for putting this together. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.